Millions of immigrants come to the United States with dreams of a better life. They work tirelessly, often taking on multiple jobs, learning new languages, and creating a future for their families. But amidst the hustle of everyday life, there's one question that weighs heavy on their hearts. Do I qualify for Social Security benefits? Whether it's for themselves, their elderly parents, or their children, this uncertainty can feel overwhelming. Does Social Security care about me? The system is complicated. It's easy to feel lost in a maze of rules, requirements, and applications. Today, we're here to clear up that confusion and offer you the answers you've been looking for. We'll take a deep dive into how the Social Security system works for legal immigrants, green card holders, naturalized citizens, and even those who are undocumented. This video is meant to give you the peace of mind you deserve and help you understand your rights. Number 1. Understanding Social Security and its importance. Social Security isn't just a government program. For many, it's a lifeline. It's the safety net that supports us during our retirement years, in the case of disability, and provides support for our families if we pass away unexpectedly. For those of us who have worked hard all our lives, Social Security is often a source of comfort, a guarantee that the government will help us when we can no longer work. But how does it work for immigrants who have come to this country to build a future for themselves and their families? Let's break it down. Number 2. Who qualifies for Social Security benefits? The eligibility for Social Security benefits can be a complex issue, especially for immigrants. But no matter your status, there are paths to benefits for many of you. Let's look at the different groups who might qualify. Legal immigrants and permanent residents, green card holders. If you're a permanent resident, also known as a green card holder, you are eligible for Social Security benefits. But there's one key factor that determines how much you can receive: your work credits. Naturalized citizens. If you've gone through the naturalization process and become a U.S. citizen, you have the same eligibility as a native-born American. However, the Social Security Administration, SSA, will look at how long you've worked and how much you've contributed. Undocumented immigrants. Here's where things get tricky. Unfortunately, undocumented immigrants are not eligible for Social Security benefits. However, if you've paid into the system using a taxpayer identification number, ITIN for work, some benefits may still be accessible, especially for family members. But undocumented individuals cannot receive Social Security benefits themselves unless they have obtained legal status. Number 3. Work credits and tax contributions explained. So, what exactly is a work credit? Work credits are what the SSA uses to determine if you're eligible for Social Security benefits. In order to qualify, you need to have worked and paid taxes for a certain amount of time. Here's the breakdown. Work credits. You earn work credits when you work and pay Social Security taxes. For 2023, you earn 1 credit for every $1,640 in earnings, up to a maximum of 4 credits per year. Required credits. For most people, you need 40 credits to qualify for retirement benefits, which means you need to work for at least 10 years. However, younger workers may qualify with fewer credits. This is where the system is fair. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you've worked and contributed, you're eligible. Number 4. Special cases. Immigrants arriving late in life. But what if you're an immigrant who arrived later in life? Perhaps you've only worked for a few years, and you're worried you won't have enough credits. What happens then? Expert insight, on-screen text. For elderly immigrants who arrive in the U.S. late, there's hope. The SSA offers programs that can help, including the possibility of receiving benefits as a dependent or through spousal benefits. Even if you haven't worked enough to qualify on your own, you can still potentially qualify for benefits through your spouse's work history. Number 5, dependents, spouses, and survivor benefits. For many immigrants, Social Security isn't just about what they can get themselves. It's about their family members too. Let's break it down. Number 1, spouse and dependent benefits. If you're a spouse or dependent of someone who has worked and paid into Social Security, you may be eligible for benefits based on their work history, even if you never worked yourself. Number 2, survivor benefits. If your spouse or parent passes away, Social Security provides survivor benefits to eligible family members. The benefits will depend on the work credits of the deceased person. For immigrants, this means that if your family member has worked and paid into Social Security, their surviving spouse and children might be eligible for assistance. Number 6, debunking common myths. Now, let's address some common myths that often cause confusion. Myth number 1, immigrants get free benefits. Fact, Social Security benefits are earned through work credits. Immigrants must contribute to the system through taxes, just like U.S. citizens. Benefits are not handed out freely. Myth number 2, you must be a U.S. citizen to qualify for Social Security. Fact, as we've seen, both legal immigrants and permanent residents can qualify for Social Security benefits, as long as they've earned enough work credits. Real-life stories and testimonials. Let's hear from a few real-life stories to understand how this works in practice. Maria's story, fictionalized. Maria, a 62-year-old immigrant from Mexico, arrived in the U.S. 20 years ago. She worked as a janitor, earning just enough to support her family. After years of struggling, she was able to apply for Social Security retirement benefits. She had enough work credits, thanks to the many years she spent working, and she now receives monthly benefits that help support her during her retirement. Ahmed's story, fictionalized. Ahmed, an immigrant from Bangladesh, moved to the U.S. when he was 45. By the time he turned 65, he was only halfway to the required 40 credits for full Social Security benefits. Fortunately, his wife, who worked for over 20 years in the U.S., was eligible for benefits. Ahmed now receives Social Security benefits as a dependent spouse, which has allowed him to live more comfortably. Number 8, how to check your eligibility. Now that you have a clearer understanding of Social Security, it's time to check your eligibility. You can easily check your eligibility status on the SSA's website or by calling their toll-free number at 1-800-77-21213. They also provide online services to help you apply for benefits, calculate your expected payments, and more. If you've been confused or uncertain about Social Security benefits, we hope this video has provided the clarity you need. You're not alone in this. Millions of immigrants face the same questions and struggles. It's time to take action and find the answers that can change your future. Share your story with us in the comments below. Ask any questions you may have, and we'll make sure to respond. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with family and friends who might be in need of this vital information. Together, we can create a community that understands, supports, and empowers each other. You deserve the peace of mind that comes with knowing your rights and having the resources to make the best choices for you and your loved ones. Thank you for watching.